Rick, when you drive by here, it looks a lot like a home. You drive by and you can see the front, it looks just like a home. Tell me a little bit about what got you started thinking about having this a home feel.
Well, Beehive Homes was founded about 23 years ago by a gentleman by the name of Dennis Toland here in Utah, and his grandmother needed care, and he and his brother-in-law decided to build a home and bring in some other friends, mothers and grandmothers, and a nurse, and make it just not an institutionalized type assisted living care facility, but more of a home. And that's the model for business that they've used, and their franchises throughout the country now. There's about 135 Beehive Homes throughout the United States.
So when they all center around just keeping it kind of a home kind of feel?
It is. The Beehive Home model is between 10 and 16 bedrooms through all of our models, and we have 11 bedrooms, so we're fit right in the middle between that. And it's being part of a family, an atmosphere where you are not looked over or forgotten.
I noticed that when you're serving lunch and stuff here, it kind of has that kitchen home feel with the counters and the tables and not so much of a cafeteria.
For sure. We don't have a cafeteria feeling. It's more of, all of our meals are home cooked, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the food that's prepared is food that the residents like, what they grew up on, what they enjoy eating.
So they bring in some of their own recipes then?
There are some of those. We also have family members that often will help with bringing in a few special treats and things like that too.
And so a lot of the family may come in and visit at any time and things like that?
Well, of course, this is the home for our residents, and their families are all invited and come often and come to visit, and oftentimes they'll even go out for lunch and come back a few hours later. It's a pretty open and a great place to live.
A question I had was, I know a lot of family members who maybe get a little bit of caretaker fatigue, taking care of maybe their grandparents or their mothers and fathers. Is that something you see as, like, some people may not want to go to a full kind of caretaker? This is kind of like a little in between.
With this, our facility is a level 1 assisted living, which can range from quite a bit of care to just help with laundry and meals and a few minor things like that. And we have that range here. It's definitely caretaking one-on-one for a loved one, whether it's a husband or wife or a daughter or son taking care of their parents. It's just so much work, and this does free up their lives to where they can have some of their own time and take care of what they need to with their families.
And what kind of staff do you have here?
We have 10 employees. My wife Julie is the administrator as well as our nurse. We have another nurse that's an RN that works for us as well. And then we have everyone else has split duties as far as cooking, laundry, and caretaking. And
do you have activities here for everyone?
We sure do. We have activities weekly as well as some daily activities. In fact, we're going to have a big ice cream social tomorrow where all of the families of the residents and our employees, nurses, PTs, everyone is invited, so we're going to have a big party tomorrow.
And how many residents do you have here now?
We have 10 residents here now.
And what do they range from? Just a little bit of background.
Well, they range in all kinds of different backgrounds from where they came from in life and all the experiences, and it's great to listen to the stories of the things that have happened during those times. But we as far as age ranges, we have residents that are in their 70s, and we have a couple that are over 100.
Wow.
And they're still going strong and enjoying life.
And I noticed that you have a lot of them out here that come out here to watch TV and whatnot.
We do. This is kind of the social area, and we have several of our residents that are here right now. I know Jerry is always excited to be out in the middle of socializing. She's great.
And I noticed you two were talking to some of them. Do you go around and talk to a lot of them and give that one-on-one time?
Oh, of course, and that's what our employees are best at, is to provide that care. I come in, I do the landscaping and keep the grounds up, and come in for a visit once in a while and say hello, and I love it. But our employees are the base of how this all works.
And are they trained in that kind of feel, like just like maybe a little psychology or whatnot?
They definitely receive some training once they're employed by us on how to best provide that care and to provide the love and assistance that way. We do, when we look for our employees, look for that special person that is really caring and concerned about those who need that care.
And you definitely get a feel from it here, and this home, I think this has a good feeling here, and thanks Rick so much for telling us a little bit about it, and thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.